team.
Welcome to the Ruth News Podcast, All Things Volunteer. I am Judy Baroni, co-lead of the Ruth News team. Today we have a special news brief featuring Dr. Ruth Ford, AARP Indiana CarFit Coordinator, who will be discussing the AARP National CarFit Program. Welcome, Dr. Ford.
Well, thank you.
So please introduce yourself to our viewers and how you became involved with AARP and eventually with CarFit.
Well, I am Ruth Ford, an AARP member since 2002 and an occupational therapist since 1976, who has a real interest in older drivers. Today, I want to share an opportunity for you to learn about CarFit, a free educational program that only takes about 15 to 20 minutes of your time. CarFit started back in 2006 when I had the opportunity to work with the program in leading trainings, research, and even development. Over the past 20 years, I have seen how these CarFit have benefited many older drivers in finding the right fit and comfort when driving their car. I also have the designation as the Indiana State CarFit Coordinator, as well as the CarFit Instructor and Occupational Therapist.
Excellent. So let's just start with the basics. What is the CarFit program and how does it support seniors?
Well, CarFit is a free educational program that offers older drivers the opportunity to check how well their personal vehicles fit them. At a CarFit event, a team of trained technicians and/or health professionals work with each driver to ensure they fit their vehicle properly for maximum comfort and safety. A CarFit checkup takes approximately 15 to 20 minutes to complete. The CarFit was developed by AAA, AARP, and the American Occupational Therapy Association in a partnership. CarFit's trained personnel take older drivers through a 12-point checklist with their vehicle, recommending minor adjustments that help make their cars fit better for comfort and safety. An occupational therapist is also on hand to provide information to older drivers on how to maintain and strengthen their driving health. So why do we have CarFit? Well, by 2030, there will be approximately 58.9 million people aged 65 and older. That's 1 in 5 people. Older drivers are expected to represent 1 in 4 licensed drivers at that time. Personal mobility, which includes driving, is critical for healthy aging. But as our bodies change as we age, ill-fitting vehicles can make it uncomfortable and unsafe to drive. Additionally, due to fragility, older drivers have the highest crash death rate per mile of everyone except for teenagers. CarFit is a tool that can work to help keep older drivers safe behind the wheel. So personal mobility is critical to healthy aging. Driving allows people the opportunity to age in place without having to leave their homes or communities. Losing the option to drive has been shown to contribute to depression, social isolation, and a decline in overall health. Increasingly, sophisticated safety features and technologies may require active adjustment to optimize the benefit to drivers and passengers. The need for individualized adjustment to attain the safest fit represents a change from the bench seats and fixed steering wheels of the past. Furthermore, age-related changes can make it uncomfortable and unsafe to drive. So CarFit was created to empower you as a driver by providing suggestions, resources, and options. It's not mandatory inspection or even a driving evaluation. No information is provided to state driver licensing agencies, law enforcement, or healthcare providers, and no one leaves with a list of required actions.
So let's go back just a tiny bit. Before you explain the CarFit process, say I pull my car in and we're ready to go in that process. Just explain a little bit about you said occupational therapist.
Correct.
What is that person's role?
So when you show up for a CarFit event, the first thing you're going to do is sign in and then do a checkup where there is a 12-point checklist that ensures that all items are covered and acts as a base for a consistent driver experience. The 12-point CarFit checklist is not a test. Information is not shared with anyone other than the driver. It's simply a tool to guide a thorough review of important safety issues related to the fit between a driver and their vehicle. The trained technicians and occupational therapists may suggest ideas to enhance an individual's driver's safety based on the CarFit checklist results. So we're going to be checking, make sure you're wearing your seatbelt and it fits you properly. We're going to make sure that the steering wheel is properly tilted so you're not going to have a facial injury from a crash. We're going to check to see how much distance between the steering wheel and your chest. We want to find out if you have enough line of sight above the steering wheel.
Gotcha.
We want to check about your headrest, make sure it's close enough that if you are in a crash, you're going to make sure that it's going to protect your head and neck. Can you reach your gas pedal and brake comfortably? Maybe I can help you identify how to adjust your seat so you have better control of the gas pedal and the brake. We're going to check, make sure that you know how to set your mirrors. Check for neck mobility and make sure that the blind spot's not going to lead you to getting in more accidents. And do you know where what all the vehicle controls are doing? There's so much new technology that salespeople don't spend the time to explain them to you.
Exactly.
And then there's also warning devices. Can you find them in case of an emergency? And then what the occupational therapist does is we have expertise in showing adaptive equipment that might make it more easy for you to operate and manage the controls in your vehicle, whether it's getting in and out of the car, whether it's special seat cushions, whether it's special hand controls or special mirrors to try to compensate for any changes that may have been result of aging.
So
I know where we can
I'm
do.
sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
We have virtual trainings, so you can go on the www.carfit, which is CAR-FIT.org website, or you can sign up to participate in a virtual workshop. We also have in-person CarFit events where there's one-on-one where we might meet you at a church parking lot or even at your business and do a one-on-one CarFit, or a CarFit event can be with multiple drivers. So for instance, on Wednesday of this week, we are going to a Jewish foundation and we have a number of drivers lined up to have a CarFit event. So if you go to the CarFit website, you can find out where the next CarFit is in your area. And they are offered across the United States throughout the year. Obviously, if you live in the north or just experience a major hurricane in Florida with flooding, you may have to wait a little bit until the weather cooperates. But we look forward to having you learn more about your car and make you more comfortable and safe in your vehicle.
So you pretty much explained the process, but I'm just curious. Say I go to a CarFit location, I drive up, and there is the assessment, if you want to say, of my car. If there is something that is, I'm not saying incorrect, but inappropriate for me, especially when you were talking about height, for example, I'm 5 feet tall. So I have the seat all the way up to make sure I look over the dash. But what if you run into those types of issues where you find something is inappropriate for that driver? You're talking about adaptive equipment. How does that work?
Okay, so first and foremost, if we can modify the existing vehicle, we're always going to do pre-manufacturing. Whatever the car comes with, we're going to recommend those alterations within the vehicle.
Mhm.
There are some after manufacturing products that are readily available. If there is higher needs or more specific needs at a higher level, then we're going to recommend an occupational therapist, typically with a certified driver rehab specialist, or CDRS. And we'll have a list of available therapists in your area that can potentially provide you with the necessary information. So whether it's special cushions, or a lot of times when we're shopping for a car, we don't think about looking over the steering wheel or how easily we can manage some of the new features. So if you're in the getting ready to buy a car, you might want to attend this just to get a better idea what to look for in a new car.
Excellent. If I was, besides looking for locations, for the CarFit, whether it's virtual or in person, is there a basic website or where a lot of these resources and suggestions are available before I say make an appointment?
Yes, the CarFit website has a wide range of resources for drivers. However, in order to fully understand all of these principles, it's best to have a one-on-one or attend a CarFit event, or at least do the virtual workshop or on virtual training, so that you have a better comprehension of how to make the adjustments.
Very good. Is there anything else that I didn't ask that you feel is very important to mention to everyone out there?
Well, there's volunteer opportunities. If you're passionate about driving and you want to contribute in your community, you can come as a volunteer. You can sign up on our website. You can also attend additional training, so learning more about being a CarFit technician. And if you really like to get involved with organizing, setting up CarFit events, you can become a CarFit event coordinator. But we hope more of you might get interested and want to participate, because it's a very fun group. We've had everyone from AARP members to students. We've had police officers. We've had volunteers from a number of different agencies. So you don't have to be a part of a bigger group. Just contact us directly and volunteer.
Very good. Thank you again. And it's amazing the information you provided. I knew nothing of it. I am so well educated. So thank you again, Dr. Ford.
Okay, should I put it in the chat about the website?
Why don't we wait a little bit? We might add it to our YouTube page. So we'll talk about that after our interview. But thank you again. And thank all of you out there for watching today. We encourage you to subscribe to our Ruth News podcast channel on YouTube, or listen to the audio version on your favorite platform. And of course, please invite your colleagues to join us too. On behalf of our Ruth News podcast team, we thank you.